election night.
That's right. They're flooding in. Kevin, thank you. Let's bring in pollster and political analyst Frank Luntz. Frank, to you, I want to play this ad. This is the broken record Trump ad. I got about 10 seconds of it. Here it is.
Making life more affordable for people. What are one or two specific things you have in mind for that?
So I was raised as a middle-class kid. I grew up a middle-class kid. I grew up in a middle-class family.
You think this ad is going to hurt Kamala Harris? Why, Frank?
I think it's one of the most significant ads of the last year because it points to the rehearsed nature, the inauthentic nature of a presidential candidate. Real people answer questions differently. Real people answer questions specifically. They give details. And if you're running for president, you have the responsibility to be precise with what you're going to do, and voters have the right to know that precision. And it's not happening. And I think that this ad, more than any other that Trump has put together, explains the weakness of the Harris campaign at this moment.
Yeah, I want to give, we talked about early voting a little earlier here, Frank, but I want to put the numbers on the board. This is Georgia. In the first week of early voting, 1.8 million voters cast ballots. In 2020, it was 846,000. More than double, Frank. What do you make of that?
I think people can't wait to express their point of view. And early voting is usually reserved for people to vote against the candidate. That these are people who want the election to be over with because they want the incumbents to be over with. I think this is a significant sign that Republicans may do well in this election because unlike 2020 when Trump told voters, don't vote early, don't trust that process, this time they do trust it. This time they're participating. And make no mistake, from the moment that Trump was the victim of an assassination attempt, his voters looked at that and said, enough. I want this man back. And that moment is when a whole lot of Republicans decided that they were going to vote early and not wait till Election Day.
A lot of job drops on this thing. USA Today Suffolk poll. This is among Latino voters. Harris 38, Trump 49. That's national. It's a 27-point swing in 45 days, Frank. I've got 30 seconds. I wish I had more, but it seems like it's pretty astounding.
It is astounding, and it's the most significant change from 2020 to right now. And this is, if Donald Trump wins, he will win because of the Latino vote. And the Latino vote is very broad, comes from many different countries, but they have one thing in common. They want opportunity, they want the future, and they hate inflation. This is not about immigration. This is about affordability. And they are coming to make a decision that Donald Trump will make their life more affordable than Kamala Harris, but we still have 2 weeks to go.
Frank Luntz, always a pleasure to have you on the show, sir. Thank you. Coming up, how the 2024 election could have a major impact on education policy. Polls show a majority of Americans support school choice, so why aren't Democrats embracing it? And later in the nightcap, 14 days, Kamala Harris taking the day off from the campaign trail. Meantime, Trump marked his 52nd straight day on the trail. Yet the left still holding that Trump is exhausted and unwell. What do you think of the Donald is tired strategy? Is it effective? Is it desperate? Let us know. X and Instagram at Trace Gallagher. We'll read your responses coming up in the nightcap. Coming back with the